So we have been discussing a lot about technology, 21st century schools, STEM learning, lots. So let me explore my experience with you all, that what makes a 21st century school. So what do you think? What do you all think that 21st century school should be? Is it about infrastructure? Is it about technology? What else? Combination of all. Let's say, just let me explore. Excuse me. Yeah. So why school? School is an institution designed to provide learning spaces, learning environments for teaching students and the direction of teachers. According to me, a school is a platform where we experience learning. I'm putting certain basics so that we explore what is 21st century school. Right? Education comes from the Greek word to nurture. And if you understand this fundamental concept, then we will be easily able to understand what is 21st century school. Right? Education is not about learning the facts, it is training the mind to think. Albert Einstein, if we teach today as we thought yesterday, we rob our children of tomorrow. John Dewey. We cannot continue teaching with the methods of 19th century and hope to prepare our children of 21st century. Fortunately or unfortunately, this is the fact that 19th century educators teaching 21st century students with 18th century syllabus. Imagine the schools, the KG, the grade 1 child, he is going to graduate from the school after 25 years or 30 years. In our schools, if we don't have the current trends of education, at least what is happening in the industry, then I think we are not doing justice. So, what is 21st century education? According to United Nations, this is the focus. Communication, 4 C's they call it as: communication, collaboration, critical thinking, and creativity. Now, let me get to this. What is this photo? Operation Theatre of? Can you imagine which century will it belong to? 18th century or 19th century? Whatever it is. Now this is 21st century. Okay. What about this? A 19th century workplace. Workplace of today. 19th century classrooms or 18th century classrooms, and today's classrooms. Across industries, everything has changed. The only thing which has not changed, only industry which has not changed is education. Okay? Now what are we? This is called factory model of education, where we have we create nuts and bolts to the Lord Macaulay system or industrial revolution. That was the agenda of Lord Macaulay's system. Now, according to this, being spoken yesterday and today as well, that according to this economic forum, World Economic Forum, the skills between 5 years, if you see, there's a huge change. Complex problem solving, critical thinking, creativity, people management. And if you see, coordinating with others, people management, critical thinking. There is, within fluctuation, the change within the gap of 5 years. Imagine a child who is going to be in KG or grade 1, he or she is going to graduate after 30 years or 25 years. So what will be the change? So we prepared for Industry 3.0, and we have to prepare now for children Industry 4.0. What is 21st century school? According to me, these are my experience. A 21st century school should prepare child to be a lifelong learner. Education as life, not for life, as quoted by John Dewey. Independent thinkers, leaders, job creators rely on their talent and skills instead of boss. Occasional subjects, occasional training as per the needs of the child. It is not that everything one size fits for all. It should be very personalized. That should be a target of 21st century school. Overall development of the child. Entrepreneurship, the list can include more and more. These are my experiences. What we do in our school, this one, the first step is, the paradigm shift should happen is, our school should be student-oriented school. Do student and teacher feel they are learners? The authority part of the teacher should be diluted, and they should feel as, instead of teacher, they can be educator. The role of a teacher should be a facilitator. They should feel themselves as a learner. So this is one of the activity we do, that children conduct competitions to the teachers. So this is one. Learning spaces. We explore learning out of the class. We should give opportunity to child where learning should not be in the class. We should move learning outside the class, each and every aspect of their life and time and moment. Personalized learning, each one have to learn on their own way. If you see here, one is learning through laptop, one is discussion, one is doing different thing. So can we have classrooms like that, where personalized learning happens according to need of child? This is something STEAM learning. Most of us talk about it, and a lot of products are available in STEAM learning. But somewhere I wanted to highlight the point where we spoke about computational thinking, design thinking, puzzle thinking, gamification. Everything combines. Can we have a product, or can we have a solution where we include all these things, so that the 14 skills given by UN, can we integrate that? We have a program called, a company called CREA, where they have included all these things, and where a child is given a challenge, they have to come up with a problem, challenge, and they have to come up with a solution. They have to create a problem, they have to come up with a solution, and it starts with grade 1. So here they work as a team of 3 people. 3 people will be given one kit, and based on the concepts what they learn, they implement this. So this is one. And we have 3D. Why 3D? It is not to have a fancy saying that 3D. 3D will develop your concepts into a product. That's the whole, and it requires a different skill set to have 3D. So a child of grade 5 has to know that Autodesk, which we are discussing today morning, the software which will design the designing part of it. And the child, he's from grade 5, who knows to design his idea into concept, and it is made into a product. So that's the whole idea about it. Now, one of the things which we teach here is robotics. Why robotics? Again, the skill sets which is required for 21st century, which will develop robotics. The creativity, the creative thinking. Last session we spoke about creativity. This will develop. So a child of grade 1, from grade 1, the grade 8, 9, they know Python, the automation, the artificial intelligence, the making of mobile app. All these are all integrated into this. So the child of grade 12 will learn how it is technology is implemented in this robot. So here the grade 3 child knows how to solder electronic items. We have included TED recently, where we are officially associated with the TED from US. We recognize that, and we train children to come up with ideas as per the TED norms, and it should be a solution to the problems. So we are into the journey. This is one paradigm shift. One is, I told, the first is the student-oriented school. Number 2, I would take as a priority is, we should make our assessment real-time and flexible assessments according to the child's need. So what we do continuous monitoring of child's performance instead of marks. We give regular feedback. Everything has been recorded. We have announced tests, unannounced tests. We have external tests. We have different forms of assessment where extracurricular activities is taken as a form of assessment. We take homework as an assessment. We take assembly as an assessment. So this is all we do as a part of assessment program. Now if you see, this is a report card where we make sure that the child's comparative performance is given to the parent. And this is accessible every month, every fortnight, where that they will understand the child's performance, how the learning is happening. So, everybody is genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life thinking it is a stupid. And this is what our education system does it. So can we change this paradigm? So 21st century school and difference between the 21st century and 20th century. It was time based, it is outcome based. Textbook driven, research driven. Passive learning, active learning. Teacher centered, student centered, fragmented curriculum, integrated curriculum, printed assessment, multiple forms of assessment, print, multimedia, isolation, collaboration, facts and memorization, higher order thinking. So if we change this in our schools, within the limits whatever we have, I think we can do some justice to the children. Those are going to be the future of the country. So what we do, we focus on overall development of child, where we focus on physical, emotional, mental, intellectual and spiritual part of the child. So what we do? We are preparing for the children for the VUCA world, which is very volatile, uncertain, complex and ambiguous, which is unknown to anyone. So that's all from my side. Thank you.